Alright, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to recondition leather seats in any car you drive. This particular model is a 2016 Ford Focus ST. I have leather Recaro seats, they're pretty heavily bolstered, and I've only had the car a little over a year now, but I want to make sure I'm doing what I can to keep these seats in the best condition possible. And here's what I'm going to be using to condition the seats. And my face is all messed up and burnt because I was at the Phoenix Open yesterday since 6 a.m., so just excuse that. So I got a microfiber towel, another microfiber towel. I have a microfiber applicator pad. I have leather conditioner. And I have leather cleaner, along with a horsehair brush. And the brush is going to be used, you spray the cleaner on and it agitates the seat and brings up the extra dirt. So that's what all that is, that's what I'm going to be using, and let's get started. Alright, so just a close look at the seat before I put on some of the cleaner and then scrub it to agitate it. But kind of the reason you want to do this is just to keep the leather hydrated. Just like you'd put lotion on your skin, you want to condition your seats to make sure they're moisturized to prevent cracking and anything like that. There could also be, I don't know, some vaginal sauce on here that you may have attained over the years, or you know, any juices or things like that. But for me, I don't have that issue. I never get any. So so we're just going to go ahead and get these all cleaned up. Alright, so like I said before, step one, we're going to be using this horsehair brush. It's from the chemical guys. Horsehair is not going to scratch anything. It's soft enough that it won't scratch, but it's also durable enough that it's going to be able to agitate and bring up any of the dirt or grime that are on these seats right now. So the steps that have been shown online for this have said generally to spray the brush first and then take it and scrub the seats. Honestly, I think you can spray a little bit onto the seats directly and it's not going to make much of a difference. You just have to make sure you're scrubbing the seat aggressively enough to get it agitated and totally cleaned. So that's what we're doing first. Okay, so we pretty much got the entire seat initially cleaned. Now I'm going to take this microfiber and just wipe off all of the excess. Just get down in the cracks, make sure you're not missing anything, and just get as much as that off as possible. Okay, so now that this seat is totally cleaned up and we got just the base layer of gunk or anything that would be on the seat, we're going to go ahead and lay down some leather conditioner. And here's exactly what I'm using, so you can go on their site and look it up, because this is not my first time using it. I have conditioned these seats before, and it does a nice job. It seems to be doing its job so far. After having these seats, which usually, one of the things I was worried about when I got this car is because they're so heavily bolstered, I worry about people getting in and out, and even myself, I'm very careful that I'm not laying on the bolsters or using those as leverage to pull myself out of the car. I just don't want those to break down over the years. It helps the resale value, and then it just looks good. So I've been paying attention, making sure I'm keeping them in nice shape, and then, you know, if I have to say something to someone that's getting in the car, I'll tell them just be careful. So yeah, so that's what I'm using. And I'm also using this microfiber applicator pad. I have another one that I use to wax the outside of my car, so these are kind of nice. But I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to make sure these are shaken up. They do separate over time. Now what I will say is a little bit of this goes a long way. So if anything, under apply first, because it's going to spread a lot and you don't want too much excess ending up on your seats. So what I like to do is do a couple very light lines, just like that. And then just dab in areas where you're going to eventually rub it in. And then from there, just start to massage it into the seat real nicely. Make sure you get your finger down into the cracks. And just rub it into the seat. And you saw how little I used, and that's going to come close to covering this whole seat, which is crazy. Really have to sometimes dig into these cracks to get the conditioner down into them. Alright, so we have it all covered, and I'll let that sit in for a minute. And then, once it sits for a little while, I'm going to go ahead and rub off the excess. So, I'm going to fold this towel into fours, and now take that and run it over the seat to cover all of the areas that I covered. So just run. You just want to. This is basically to get off any of the excess conditioner, because you don't want too much. Because when you initially sit down, you'll notice it's a little more. It's kind of slippery. Not very. I will say it's not bad, and that's kind of how it has to be at first. But so now that's all wiped down, and we're good to go. And that's why you don't want to use a lot, because you don't want it to be over slippery, but it feels good. After a few people sit in the passenger seat, or if I for whatever reason are sitting in the passenger seat, it wears off after about 5 or 6 times, and then it's back to about feeling normal, but it's also hydrated and well taken care of. So I would highly recommend this product. I'm sure there's other good leather cleaners out there, but this is just the first one that I tried and was convinced by their website, and I can tell you that it's worked for me, and I have no complaints so far. So so that's about it. I'm also going to be making a video coming up on if it was worth getting these seats and kind of how they've been holding up over the past year and a few months. And that's about all right now. So I should get this video up tonight. It's Super Bowl Sunday right now. Also might make a quick video on the 2017 GTI. I think they did some nice refreshments on that as well. But as always, thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support, and we'll see you soon.
Think you're overreacting, spitting rhymes so divine, I'm defying laws of attraction, planting seeds in your mind of the finer things in the passion, fantasize through the times, imagine you with an accent. Yo, I just wanna get you naked with that back bent, so I can feel the devil moving, but he's in slow-mo. I be steady grinding, working, trying to make that dough, freestyling, straight cruising, puffing on that dough. 25 till you consider great, yeah. But 35, you consider late. Yo, get dollar signs and then they call you fake. What to do with this life I make? Yeah, but you know that I be getting cake. Yeah, I said it, I be getting cake. I'm the hero and you're the villain. This time I'm killing, and so you better get familiar with my pretty face. It's a piece of the puzzle. It's the heart of the struggle. It's the source of the pain. It's a dog with a muzzle. As you pushing the game, what you trying to reach? As you pushing to live, what you trying to seek? Best you feeling yourself. got them falling in line. On the surface of the wealth, all that they need is your time. I won't let them define, man, this theory's divine. All you need is some patience, and then I promise you'll shine. Yo.
There you go, talking about lust. There you go, talking about love. There you go, talking about us. Seeing what the future's gon' hold. Baby, maybe we can break the code. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go, talking about lust. There you go, talking about love. There you go, talking about us. Seeing what the future's gon' hold. Baby, maybe we can break the code. Yeah.